And there it was. Yay! I really enjoyed that video. I think it finally worked properly tonight, live on Twitch for the first time. Anybody who watched last week's episode on YouTube, I had to cut it in because I screwed it up on Twitch, so I fixed it on YouTube. But that's besides the point, because we are here. How is everybody? Can you hear us? I'll check right now, quick and early.
That way we don't start without
Oh,
without
that way the
audio.
world does not miss 30 seconds of great repartee, which is what happened, unfortunately, on Tuesday night.
We don't want Hallowed to miss a single second.
That's
for
right.
Sure.
That's absolutely correct. Our biggest fan for sure. Well, let's assume nobody's yelling at us, so let's assume they can hear us. My name's Kevin, also known as Dirty 20 Gaming. It's Thursday night. These are my friends. It must be time to play Ironsworn. There goes one of my friends. I hope he comes back.
He just turned around. He didn't.
It's just really hot in my room, and things are gonna get sweaty in here. So
Okay.
doesn't help if I'm already sweating.
It's already getting hand rubby in here. So I'll keep my part real short. It's Ironsworn co-op mode. Nobody's in charge. There's no plot. There's no storyline. None of us have any idea what's going to happen next, and that's the coolest part of this. These amazing storytellers that are here with me tonight all deserve to be mentioned before we continue on. You need a third hand because you got to point at yourself too. But just point everywhere.
I'm having flashbacks from like my physics exam where we're like.
Is that the language you guys figured out how to cheat on the exam?
Oh no!
It's trying to figure out the rotation.
The one class where you can cheat by watching other people throw gang signs.
And it's that kind of creativity which caused me to invite these particular three people to come and play this particular game with me. These three people are Robin, who's playing Caradwin, Austin, who is playing Gear, and Karis Sophia, we commonly refer to as Karis, playing Amala for us. And I am Kevin, and I will be playing Bill. There's another thing we do here, and we're going to do that now, and that's how we get back into this. One at a time, we're going to give you, from the player's perspective, what happened last week. And I think for the first time in 13 episodes, Bill's going first. So, dramatic drink of coffee aside. This would be as he's coming back, after the events with Amala have occurred, after he helped in as much as he could, and he's now coming back to his body. He's having his inevitable conversation with Feet. These abilities you gave me made me quite a hero. I never thought I'd hear that word next to my name, Feet. I'll tell you what, though, I don't half like it. It's good to be the good guy, eh? Stone the crow's feet. You don't think they'll sing songs about me, do you? They're certainly going to sing about these three. I don't envy any of them. I mean, that big furry bugger, isn't that what's he's like, he's like the head shepherd of a sheep full of maniacal children, that one. Those little ones, he's got to keep them alive. They're foresty spirits, them ones. If everybody's perusings are right, they might even be what saves this world from the Iron Revenant and that lot. But he's got to keep them alive till they're big enough to do it. And that shaman, once she figures out how powerful she is, there's going to be no stopping her. It'll be fun riding in the wake of that. Once she figures that them crows are on her side and not mocking her most of the time, Once she figures out she don't need no help from that stuffy old one we just chased off, she's gonna she's gonna grow up right powerful, that one. She really is. And speaking of powerful, gods above feet, that hunter. I mean, I'm not talking about physically, she could thump the snot out of all three of us. Don't tell Gear I said that, but it's true, innit? It's not that, though. If we're right feet, at best, her brother was duped by a magician into doing something horrible. She's still gotta go find him, no matter who keeps dying around her, no matter what her responsibilities back at Omar. Plowing on in face of all of that. They're all brave as, feet, brave as, and here's me flitting through the dark, brave and claiming I'm brave. Oh, I didn't say brave, did I? I said heroic. I'll settle for that. He slams back into his body. Next.
I don't understand. It's all different, and I don't understand why. Hungries used to be easy. The crows came, they would tell me what the day would bring, or maybe just gossip, and then we'd have breakfast, and it was all good. And now it's all dark and intense and leads to nasty things attacking us. I don't like it. I don't want it. Ugh. This morning, we saw the shade order the attack on Cadell, and the creature then attacked us. Big, fleshy, shambly thing just attacked and went right for Carradwood. Oh. And something possessed the Wolfrin, though I guess she's not the Wolfrin anymore now that she's fully the White Mane. Oh, I don't think, no, auguries are not safe. The camp wasn't as safe. We had to leave the camp. So pack up we did, and we left. It's just, I don't understand. When's it gonna go back to normal?
I don't think it is.
Never. Mala's not listening to that. No, don't want to hear it. No. Brave Amala's having a temper tantrum.
Fair enough.
You know, starting the day with an attack by a horrifying creature doesn't really give you a good idea for how the rest of the day is gonna go. Or it gives you a good idea of how it's gonna go. It's gonna be a bad day. That's what it's going to be. It was that creature, the Kadi, told us about the ones that attacked Kadal, and there's so much happening that doesn't make sense and doesn't. I'm worried about him. I'm worried about what this creature could be doing to him. And I don't know. I'm trying not to think too hard on it, because what if it's all just games, like Gear says? And then, after we left camp, Amala got snatched out of the air, and then Bill was down and was assumed doing his shadow thing. And Gear and I looked and tried to find some sign of where Amala could have been taken, but we couldn't find anything, and so we had to stay put for when she came back. I hope she better come back. I hope she comes back. I'll find her if she doesn't come back. But we gotta stay in the same place, otherwise what if she can't find us? And then we had to make sure Bill was safe because he wasn't responding. And they were gone all day. And Gear and I resupplied after looking around. We set camp. We just waited. We're waiting, and I guess we don't know really what else we can do. It's not like you can punch or shoot a shadow. It's kind of, I think, a new experience for both of us to feel powerless.
Yeah.
I know I say this a lot, but I have no idea what's going on anymore. Come to think about it, I don't think I ever did since I left the trees. But one thing has been made very clear to me. Something is after the bushwalker. Something else has been made very clear to me. My companion, the white mane, she's no longer a little kit. I have wrestled many a creature before. I don't think any has put that many holes in me. It was all I could do to keep her from getting to the bushwalker. I don't even know what she would have done. Was she capable of taking Caradwin down? And normally I'd say no, but I saw what was controlling her. I saw this person, her face covered in blood and bone and ash, looking down at me through her ritual bowl, and I back at her from the bottom. So if this thing, this person, is in charge of shifting this balance of nature, or has some part to play in it, if this truly is the next cycle that must be established, this balance, what am I supposed to do? The white mane may be able to hold her own now, but I have a thief, a shaman, a hunter, and a bird that can't even fly yet.
Speaking of which,
And Damala comes stumbling out of the shadows
yeah,
and panics because
Now,
I don't know I'm out of the shadows. It's dark.
is she like thrown, or does she kind of just like step out?
I stumble out.
She's a little bit far away from where we made camp,
Yeah.
so she's got to figure out where she is.
And I sort of look around because it's dark and I'm expecting it to be mid-morning. And
And in the distance, there's a campfire with a very large shadow sitting with its back to it.
and there are campfires in shadow, and that's really weird.
and a big.
But I can't tell because I'm in my body, and I was in my body in shadow, and
There's a big white wolf
and a horse.
on top of a bill. There's
I don't
4
usually
horses.
see them in shadow.
Four
Right.
horses, yes, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Except when narratively necessary.
Yeah, I would suggest we're a fairly familiar group by this point.
Gear would probably not notice until the white mane started to growl and notify him, but he kind of turns towards the shadow and is like right in the middle of like pulling chewed earthworm out of his mouth to feed to the little owl.
Yeah.
And like looks over and is just like all over his face. And his first reaction is to crawl over and just like
right?
grab Caradwin by the shirt and lift her into an upright position. She's back.
Back? Am I?
Mala, she's back.
And yeah, Gear's already up on his feet with this like
Why is it dark?
clutch, and he begins to move over towards Amala.
And
This is the real world. Why is it dark? Why is it dark?
And Gear doesn't go right to her. He kind of goes within like 10 feet and then just begins to kind of circle around her, like looking for things in the trees.
Are you really Gear? Why is it dark?
Amala, you've been gone for hours.
Caradwin. What do you mean hours? I've been gone 2 minutes, 5 max.
It's night. We've been on. I don't even know which night rotation we're on now. You and Bill were gone all day.
No, that can't be possible. No. Minutes,
Yes.
but
It's dark out. It's night.
But you're safe.
Are you
Right.
all right?
yeah, fine. But I don't understand. Where's Bill? He was there. Where's Bill?
Why are
We were
you
keeping him
carrying
safe.
an airless chicken?
Are you still laying on the
You
ground
hear
with
from
this
the other
wolf on
side
your
of the
chest?
fire. Just his head, like he's been all day. His head just rolls towards you, sees you, and that's the first thing out of his mouth.
Well, it's night. How is it night?
It's been hours. Come on. You gotta be exhausted or tired.
No, well, I mean, yeah, it was a big expenditure of energy, but it's only been minutes.
Yeah, Gear's moving over to Bill. He's gonna pick his ass up off the
Ye-
off the ground.
We spent.
Yoink.
We looked for you everywhere and couldn't find any sign of where you went, and Bill was out, and we had to make camp to make sure you could find us again.
Pardon my
You-
rudeness to two of you, but you, and he points right at Amala, give me like 5 sentences or less. What the hell did you just see, eh? I want to make sure we were in the same place.
What I saw?
Yeah.
Well, I saw you tell off Weena, which was really sweet. That's really nice of you.
I done a lot of brave and stupid things today, miss. We'll leave it to you as to which one of them was. But after that...
Yes.
Weena?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. She pulled me into shadow.
Right.
And we had words. But that's okay. She's gone now.
It's the gone bit I was wondering about, miss. I noticed you come back all alone.
Yeah, she's gone.
You use that word twice now. She don't seem like the kind of person what would just piss off all on her own, miss, pardon my language.
Well,
it got kind of dark around the two of you for a second.
I may have used some iron and some light and insisted.
You fought Weena?
Well, no.
You told her to piss off and she did, miss. Pardon the language.
Well, yeah,
again, miss,
see, that's not a fight.
And Gear shoves Bill a little bit and he goes, and
It
you.
only took how much of a fight could be? It only took like 2 minutes.
You were gone all day.
Three if you include Bill telling her off, and that was magnificent.
You were gone for hours.
Well, I might not have been here for hours, but I was only gone a few minutes.
I certainly wouldn't want to spend a week over there. Who knows how old I'd be when we got back.
But I've been in shadow lots of times, and hasn't done.
You
were only this once. That's good then.
But you were gone. Like your body wasn't here like with Bill.
And a good thing too, because I had my iron with me. Oh, I made use of that. I wonder if I can go into shadow by myself that way. It was really useful.
If you told that old lout to go away and she did, I think you can do all kinds of things you don't know about.
Well, that might be true.
She seems like the kind of
person. And they're
person
probably all going to end up with big, ugly things attacking us too. I don't want to do it.
Well, that's almost a certainty, miss. But I feel a lot better about having you on my side than I would if you weren't here. I can't imagine the look on her face. It got all dark around the two. I don't see how it ended.
And Jared is very confused by all of this.
Grinning. And he looks, now he backs off and looks back at the two. I'm sorry.
I'm looking sulky.
I just wanted to make sure we are and I saw the same thing. So, what did we miss?
Well, she was telling me off, And I decided that I wasn't going to submit to her anymore. And I told her to leave me alone, and she went away.
Mm.
I wouldn't want to be the
I
first
feel like
person
it's
she
not that
sees tomorrow
simple.
morning, Miss Shaman. I think whoever
She's had
takes.
maybe she's had all day, or maybe she was gone as long too. I wonder
Can
what the
you-
I wonder what Kenheim thinks if she was gone all day.
Can you imagine, Shaman Mamala, that tomorrow morning someone walks into her house and says, "I've got a headache," and she says, "Not yet, you don't." She's gonna stop him with her stick, miss.
I can't see her doing that, but that would be so funny.
Oh, well, she'll be coming back, I suspect.
Gear, you've got.
Oh. And he
Right.
pulls it off and feeds it to the chick. The little peepee
It hatched!
pink thing that he's holding on to. Looks like a wad of bubble gum.
It hatched! What's its name?
I don't know.
You haven't asked it yet?
No. It's an owl.
So?
Don't owls have ugly little ones? Oh, look
Mhm.
at that. It's like freshly hatched, and it's all gonna be all slimy and not really feathered yet, and yeah,
Oh yeah, Gear doesn't care.
it's all floppy headed.
Yeah. And it's like 50% open mouth.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, Gear pulls a few more.
The whole time it's just
Yep.
been staring at your beard. Yeah, come on, fall, come on, fall.
Yeah, Gear just puts a couple more earthworms into his mouth and begins to chew them slowly. They squish.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for a while.
I
And this
think I
one-
had the easier part of it then.
Point to Bill. He's been sleeping all day.
I think it's been more than sleeping.
Well, he was
Gear.
with me.
Mm-hmm.
For part of it, yes, I was.
Either way, you both were gone for hours. Do you need
Oh.
food?
I wouldn't say no to food, miss. Of course, I don't
Bill
think
would
I
never
ever
say
do.
no to food. Yeah.
And so I
I-
imagine
I'm gonna offer him some earthworms.
Oh, look, it's not green. It's kind of a reddish color. The
Oh.
sun pattern with the I guess that's a labyrinth in the middle. I'm not sure why there's a labyrinth in the middle, but cool. Anyways, we should have breakfast. Yes, I didn't eat. Oh no, I did eat breakfast. I ate breakfast before we
we've
headed
got
Yeah,
stuff
it's like midnight, isn't it?
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
we have
Bill
things
did-
left over from earlier,
Should
and
I-
she'll kind of like get food out, imagining it's just like simple, you know.
Bill Strong
meat
hitted
and-
his iron roll, so he ate your worms like spaghetti.
I think I'll pass.
Caradwin hands Amala a bowl of just normal food,
Worms?
not worms.
Oh.
No,
No, they're better in a bowl. It's all right then.
they're gummy
Then it-
worms.
Yeah,
Psych.
then it's food nouveau.
Blah.
It's still better than deconstructed food. It's like, no, I paid you to construct that hamburger. Don't take it apart and put it all over the plate.
Yeah, Caradwin will hand Amala actual food that probably is
I'll sit
some-
down by the fire and just
Basically,
what, do
just
I need to-
rare meat.
keep watch. Do I need to go to sleep? What I
and then
don't understand.
Caradwin will offer a bit to Bill as well.
Oh yeah, and you missed that. I'll get the taste out of my mouth. Worms, miss. She starts eating your gruel or whatever it is that you made.
You didn't have to eat that.
No, he did.
I'm just glad Gear's not telling me to do that. Okay. Oh.
So, and he just points at the bird, at the owl again. That
Oh yes. Actually, I'm not sure yet. It hatched earlier. I think that means that the owl that we saw, I think it means that its life is coming to an end soon.
You should have
Oh,
seen
that's
how
sad.
excited he was when it hatched, though. He was very excited.
Was he? I missed it.
You did.
Oh.
What, miss? Both eyebrows moved at the same time, did they?
There was a smile.
Oh, I don't believe that, miss.
Yeah, let's not go that far.
I suspect it was a grimace at best. Perhaps he was considering eating it, miss.
No, not that baby owl. What do they
Well,
call
you
a
don't
baby
have to
owl?
pluck it, do you? It's already got no feathers.
Bill.
Oh, don't worry. He's not going to let me eat it. Besides, there's no meat on them bones.
It means we have to keep it safe from the snow. So while you keep watch, you're going to hold on to it. And he holds it out to Bill.
Oh, good. It's not me.
Right. All right.
Since I
sure,
forgot last
absolutely.
night.
Yeah. Feet. I've
And
got a
that's still
friend for you,
fresh to
feet.
me.
And Feet comes out of the backpack on one side and takes one look at the little thing and goes back inside, and you hear just it comes back out.
Don't
and
owls eat
pushes.
cockroaches?
Sorry?
This is a
Not-
2-foot
not
cockroach,
giant
though.
ones.
Yeah, this is a giant 2-foot
Yeah, but
cockroach.
it's gonna be a giant owl.
Yeah, but right now it's just little.
But if they become friends in infancy, then they'll be friends for life.
Then we can do a Strange Friends video on YouTube and get 1,000 times more watches than this video will ever get.
Because it's happy. Gear will say,
No,
I don't know what any of that means, but
shoves
okay.
his head back out and opens up a space, and if you look in, there's a nest like built in Bill's stuff. All his stuff has been moved to make an egg-shaped
Oh, we
hole.
love feet.
Mm-hmm.
And Gear will just kind of rattle off some instructions. He'll say, keep it warm, keep it near the fire. When it starts to get loud, feed them some worms. You have to chew them.
Secret, keep it safe.
And he will explain in impeccable, visceral detail how you have to chew the worms and feed them to the owl.
Yep.
I imagine Caradwin's already gotten this lecture from Gear.
Caradwin's like, nah, I'm just going to use a pestle and mortar. I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I have one of those. I'm sure I have one of those. Do I have
I'm
one
not
of
an
those?
animal.
I
don't
must
like-
have one of those. I'm
Well, to be honest, I feel like my body's been sleeping all day. I think I'm probably good till morning.
Told you he's been sleeping.
I think maybe I should sleep.
Don't worry, I'll watch out for her. Remember I told you nothing comes into shadow anywhere near me that I don't see. Especially now.
Yeah. And I feel very dark.
All the better to hide you with.
Yeah.
Did you want to do your ritual you do at night before you sleep?
Here, well, you do it.
Yeah.
And I pulled out the owlet. What is a baby owl called? There's a name.
I think an owlet.
I think it's owlet.
Is it?
I hope it's owlet.
I thought
Whenever
there was
you-
another name. Anyway.
Whenever you set your backpack by the fire,
Yeah,
the
it's an
white
owlet.
mane, the white mane
Oh,
comes
okay.
over and like wraps itself around it.
Yeah. So yeah, I hold up the owlet, which is, I'm assuming by now it's dried off enough that it's a little white fluff ball.
It is no longer
going red, starting to turn red.
No, you said
It is no
pink.
longer a
Pink, yeah.
moist owlet.
Yes. Oh.
Oh, pay the price.
Yes.
Oh.
How long have you been sitting on that one?
Oh,
It
that is
just occurred to me.
amazing.
When you
all
said
the
owlet,
better.
I was like, I need to make it in there. I need to pun this. And then he said it's no longer wet, and I was like, yeah.
Yes.
I would like to put it up for public vote that gets an experience point. I think that's worth a moist owlet. I think that's worth an experience point.
I think that's got to be an endure stress
You can do that
for
too.
everybody but me.
That's just because that's you, but yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow. So this pale pink owlet I hold up that is no longer moist, and the ginormous big white wolf. Both of them. Well, I mean, it's firelight. It's the middle of the night, so I'm assuming this little owlet that we still have to name because owlet. The word's getting weird already. It and the white mane probably look pretty much blood red in the flickering light.
Danger. Did somebody say bone walkers?
No,
We've already done our rolls for the
absolutely
night.
No one has said anything
bone
about- no one has even
walkers.
thought.
Gear and
about
Carrickman have already done their rolls for the night.
Okay, I'm not gonna do a lot. I'm not gonna do a secure an advantage before it. I'm not gonna do any prep. I'm just
Yep.
gonna settle in and watch the fire.
Yeah. Come on, dice. I like that. It works. So what does the week get you? You get 3?
hmm So I have a little bit of a glimmer. I'm not all
Mhm.
glowy, but
That kind of makes sense.
a
Ooh.
little bit recharged.
What color is the light you normally glow?
A soft yellow.
Soft yellow. Okay. Is it different when you only get half?
No, it's just dimmer.
It's just dimmer. Okay. Just got to get my inner
And
my
and
head
it's sort of
movie right.
little, almost not quite shadows behind the eyes. Whereas when it's a strong hit,
Yeah.
I mean, my eyes
Right.
you can see the light behind my eyes and the shimmer in them, but I'm recharged enough. I can go to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep. Is it okay if I go to sleep?
Of course.
Perfectly all right. We'll watch over you.
I'm not shirking by doing it. Okay. So Amala lies down and goes to sleep.
Actually, just as you walk by, Bill for the second time just reaches up to do whatever the medieval equivalent of a fist bump is as you walk by.
Oh, that way.
Yeah. I did because he's laying down, so I reached up. But yeah, he just
We did good.
just a grin.
We did good.
You did great, and now you're on your own path now. Not on ours anymore. You rest. You deserved it.
Mhm. I
So
would
what
get up
does
and
what does Bill do on his watch?
The egg or the owlet has to stay by the fire, and the wolf is staying there with them. Oh. I just normal, not shadow walking, but just out into the trees, out at the limit of the firelight, and just do one big perimeter to make sure we're safe. Then I come back and sit down and lean against the wolfren. Look way up at this wolfen and down at this little tiny bird in the backpack, just settling in and feet being all motherly around him. Well, what are we gonna do with you two? By the way, look up at the wolf. What's your name? It's your wolf. You tell me. What answer does he get? Somebody tell me.
Woof.
Just a
Yes.
woof. Just a bark. Yeah.
But it's not a wolf. It's more of like a
A
boof.
woof. No, the
When those big dogs do the boof,
Oh yeah.
it's one of
yeah.
those.
Yeah, when the floor moves and you realize how big they really are. Yeah. Right. You don't really do names, do you? You forces in nature. And this one.
And on the wind, you hear.
Carl.
It's Carl.
A girl wolf named Carl.
2020.
I don't know if any of you saw Sunday or Monday on Marks of Mischief, but Carl is a much beloved person, NPC in those games.
Oh,
who
Lord.
who has gone turned up and saved the world several times now. Anyway, so yeah, looks down at the owlet. I don't know what the hell we're going to do with you either. You get as big as this one, though. Well, stay warm, and I just huddle in with and we keep the egg warm for the rest of the night. And yeah, unless somebody wakes up, he is not going to wake anybody up. He will stay up the rest of the night.
Gear probably wakes up really early.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right before the sun comes up.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not going to wake up them all or cared when he's going to let them sleep. What is Bill doing when Gear wakes up?
He's quite literally dogpiled with the wolfren, and you can't see the backpack. But there's
So-
kind of a space underneath him. You can tell there's sort of a lump underneath the two of them.
And so Gear moves forward and kind of looks down at this pile of companions, I guess.
Good morning. I didn't want to get up.
Hmm.
It's right comfortable when he's big like this. Not so bony as he used to be.
Mm-hmm. It's time we start teaching the young one how to fly.
Well, first breakfast, and he hands you a cup of chewed up worms. Here, I'll get her out for you. And I move out of the way, and I'm assuming the wolf wakes up at this point. And you pull out this well-fed, fat little owlet. He's been feeding it all night.
And like an old Popeye cartoon, he just and so Gear will say, would you like to help?
Can I feed the big one? It might be easier to go out and kill an elk. I've had enough worms, me.
I don't know if the owlet is big enough to fly yet.
Nope.
No.
It's like it needs to be like 3 weeks old.
Stud.
Wings don't work. But I mean, if Gear wants
It's just
to
still just covered in down.
It does need to
It's-
start working.
it's
It does
just
need to start
barely
working on
dry.
strengthening the wings, or it'll never
Yes.
be able to fly.
gotta walk around.
You threaten to throw it, and it goes. Ah!
That and these things go.
Like
these
people
things
toss their
grow
toddlers into the
quick.
water to
Yes.
teach them to swim.
Yeah,
That would be
they'll
Gear.
learn, They'll learn. No, only about 1 in 10 kids learns that way. The other 9 will drown if you don't go and get them.
If you want to go hunting with the white mane this morning, you can. Gear won't stop you.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that's kind of exciting.
I will take your wolf and go hunting. You stay here
If
with
you-
this one then. And I point at the owl.
Oh yeah, and this thing is, even though it's only been a few hours, it's noticeably bigger.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting to be full
Getting-
sized.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Getting a crimson hue. But yeah, Gear kind of is amused at this, and he kind of sits back, and he looks down at the white mane, looks back at him, and he just gives it a go, and it up on all fours and begins to walk with you off into the forest.
Yep. And the two of us head into the forest, and one of us disappears into the shadows. And then you just see the wolf walking into the darkness.
They
At
both
dawn.
vanish.
Yeah.
Yeah. One disappears in white, one disappears in dark.
Yeah, right at that perfect dawn moment when both of those are possible. Just, yeah. And we'll do that roll in a little while. But that leaves you with these two still asleep in camp.
And so,
Well,
yeah,
I figure out exactly how many dice I get to roll here. This is going to be interesting.
Gear has moved from taking this. He'll like take this creature and set it down in the snow to get it used to the snow, and then he'll go plant like half worms in the snow and just sit back and watch. He's kind of watching it kind of fall and move and walk, trying to get to the worms. Every once in a while, I'll just reach over and pick it up and set it back on its feet. That's what he does basically the entire morning.
And about dawn or a little after, you start getting some rustling, and the crows start sort of appearing, and a couple of them come up and sort of look inquisitively around.
Oh, the crows can help me teach it. If that's okay.
I love that you
No,
just
I
figured
won't
that
allow
out.
that. Nah.
I like that you just figured that out. That's wonderful.
I was sitting here going, what do I do when Bill takes the wolf out? Like, what do I say? I don't think you get anything. I'm sorry. But yeah, Gear will hold some worms out to see if the crows will play keep away from the owl. See if it'll get it moving faster and more better than hitting like a stationary target, you know?
One of them starts scolding you.
I will throw the worm at it.
Squawk!
But
And one of them heads over and starts sort of pecking at Amala. What? I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake. What are you doing? What? What's that for?
Gear's just sitting there, kind of dangling worms and getting this little wad of bubble gum to like try to jump for him and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And there's crows around, and Caradwin's still sleeping. It's like,
Yeah, with the commotion, Caradwin starts to wake up too.
you couldn't give me a few more minutes.
What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah, I assume she's looking at you.
Yeah. Like, what?
I throw a worm at her, and I just whoosh, and watch this little pink blob just like run over towards her in the snow, flapping the entire time.
And she'll look at the little owlet and say, "You are adorable." And then
As
she'll
it-
glare at Gear.
Voraciously just picks up the worm and just like throws it up and just like gobbles it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll throw another one. Whoosh.
She will
Lands
dodge it
on-
this time. No, she will dodge it this time. She will take off her boot and throw it at Gear.
The owl watches the boot, goes, "That's too big."
Yeah,
Where's
Gear
that
doesn't
worm?
move. It just goes
Plunk.
bunk.
Yeah.
He reaches over, picks it, and just like throws it over his shoulder like 20 feet.
We never mentioned it before, but they're 6-inch stilettos.
But now she's got to walk through the snow in her bare feetsies to go get it.
Yeah, she can do that. She grew up in the mountains. She can do that.
Still.
She's not gonna let you win.
Bagheera is just kind of sitting in one place, just like throwing worms and watching it just do laps around the circle, trying to follow them.
Where's Bill?
He went hunting.
He did.
Bill
Mm-hmm.
went hunting.
Good for him.
I should have said I threw him in the river. They would have believed that.
Did he go out
Hunting
on his
what?
own?
And you just
I don't know, breakfast.
and you didn't even go with him.
No, why?
It's Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Carradine gets up and goes after
He
her.
might get hurt.
He'll be fine. He has help.
What kind of help?
Now you guys look around. There's no wolf.
Ah,
Mhm.
okay.
I figure as long as I'm teaching young things to do functional stuff they should already know.
What do you mean they should
Maybe-
already know?
Bill is grown. He should know how to hunt for food.
Are you going to make me hunt?
Mm-hmm. Unless you can fly.
And walking back after getting her boot, she's gonna like cuff him on the back of the head. Be nice.
Note to self, learn to fly.
Be
Not sure
nice.
why flying gets me out of hunting, but what the heck? I'll probably have more success.
I feel almost like I shouldn't do this now. You're such an ass. But Bill doesn't know. So, yeah.
That would be metagaming.
Yes, out in as soon as we're clear of the group, I look over at the wolf, and I don't know how good you are at sneaking, but I'm about to make you better. And I pull out feet. Now watch this little handsome bugger. And I send him off into the trees ahead of us, and he's going to go and secure an advantage ahead of us. Technically, he's going to go sneaking. And he gets +1 when he's sneaking.
If you look at this white mane, three words come to mind:
Mm-hmm.
sharp, ferocious, and loyal.
Perfect. Yeah, I will. That's perfect. I get I will
Just
take the weak hit. So,
That's what it says on the card.
Add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. A weak hit is a hit. So I get 1 for the weak hit, +1 for feet. So that's +2. Doesn't really matter. I've only got 1 left. So anyway, I'm at +10 now. Or, yeah. Why won't it let me go? Am I injured or some such? It won't let me go to 10.
Do you have a debility?
I was just looking. I don't see any.
Are you shaken?
None of the boxes are checked. That is odd. But I am at only 3 health. So either way, 9 is plenty. It doesn't really matter. I then do... so that gives me +1 on this following roll, which is...
Resupply?
No, not yet. I Shadow Walk.
Ooh.
And...
How are you going to hunt in the...
What,
Maybe just give
what I'm
advantage.
doing is I go into the shadows and I get to make a roll plus shadow. On a strong hit, take +1 momentum, which doesn't really matter, but it gives me a reroll on what I do next.
Okay.
So, shadow, no extras. It's another weak hit. Ooh, that gets interesting. I have to face danger before I get my reroll. So let's just go right over to moves and just go right to face danger, because that's a good one. I like that one. That was one of my favorite ones. Where's face death? Wait a minute. Where's face danger?
Face danger. How are you facing danger?
The
It's the
shadows are
top
trying
one
to
of
lead
the
me. Are trying
But
to lead
what
me
adventure
is
to
your
move. Top.
what's your
face danger? It's
reaction
the very
to
first
it?
one. I'm gonna roll first to see what the response was.
No, you don't let
Face
us do that.
edge.
No.
Oh, I'm
Tell
gonna
the
tell the
story.
story first. Okay. So yeah, I
Because you have to
Oh, I
roll
know exactly
based
what
on your
happens.
story.
Yeah, I go to show Woof how to wrap themselves in shadow, and I make the, in retrospect, obviously foolish mistake of trying to wrap this white creature of nature in shadows, and it backfires.
Yes, it does.
Oh, does it ever?
balls.
You fail, or your progress is undermined by a dramatic and costly turn of events. Pay the price. A new danger or foe is revealed, because that's all we
Bone
ever
walkers.
Oh no! Did
roll.
introducing it to Shadow?
You.
No, did introducing it to Shadow connect it back with the
Yeah,
woman?
Oh,
that's
no.
exactly what I saw. So the
So
shadows wrap around it. That force, the thing that's beyond the dryad, beyond the shambling chimera mound, that thing that isn't even a form, is just hurtling through time space towards it. And Bill, seeing what he's done, says, "No," and stands up in front of it.
so you watch as like Amala said, that singular thread, that black thread from the forehead of the wolf, this bead of crimson begins to slide down and settle and form that rune that appeared on the wolf before, and the crimson begins to take over for just a second
Bill
before
steps into the beam of light that's doing that to the wolf.
oh no.
Takes 100% responsibility for this. My only question is, am I enduring harm, enduring stress, or am I going straight to face death?
No,
Not
because
death.
this would be another attempt
This would be. Wouldn't
to
she be
Stress.
trying to possess?
trying to puppeteer it again.
Yeah, she
So
would be trying to
stress?
take control.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
and you're
stress
trying to resist.
plus spirit or heart,
It might be
whichever is
clash.
higher.
Yeah, it might be clash. don't know.
Which one is higher? Spirit?
Interesting.
Spirit.
So
Oh, my current spirit is 4. Or what's
something
the
else
other one?
lies in the
My
shadows.
heart. Yeah, 4 is better than whatever my heart is. So, yes, that is endure stress with spirit. No modifiers. No, because I get the +1 on the. I still get a +1 action or a reroll on the next thing that I do. I press on, so I take. Oh.
See,
Okay,
and
well,
so I was
no,
wondering
no.
if
Here's
are you
the.
taking damage or are you
Oh, wait.
avoiding
No,
possession?
the problem is I now take. Yes, I press on, but first I take stress equal to, or spirit equal to, this
whatever
thing's an
caused
epic,
this.
No.
right?
Oh no.
So that's minus
balls.
5.
Oh no.
And I was I was at 4, so you only go to
So you're
0.
back down to 0?
Yeah,
But you're at 0 if you
But
suffer
she
stress
wasn't-
again.
She was trying to
'cause it says.
dominate. She wasn't trying to harm. She
Well,
Yeah,
was
that's
that's
the
trying
what I
thing.
was
It says,
saying.
but
dominate.
the result says I get to press on. So
Treat
I
it- maybe-
step in
maybe-
front of that beam, and it's just like striking into him, and it's like he's just
your
going down and going
stress
down.
wasn't
But
right.
even as he falls unconscious, he's leans back against the forehead of and just refuses to uncover the forehead, and just
Okay, you had a weak. Wait, you had a
You shouldn't
miss
quite.
on the face danger. I'm wondering if it's instead of face danger, if it should have been you were on the receiving end of a compel.
Yeah, because she wasn't necessarily trying to cause harm.
She wasn't
Though it would
trying
be
to
stressful,
harm.
but
It'd be stressful, but it'd be like on the receiving end of a
Would
compel.
you-
because I saw it as a possession, right? Because it possessed the
Yeah.
wolf last
Yeah.
time. So this time, Bill was at the beginning. He was willingly taking it, and
yeah, that's
then
true.
that was facing the danger. Was
Okay.
no me
Okay.
instead, and then the endure stress was can he live through it? Can he
That's
stay
fair,
conscious
yeah.
through it?
Now, mechanically, you're reduced to 0, but you're not unconscious
I'm not
unless you
unconscious.
suffer it again.
Yes.
Then you start getting debilities and such.
So
He probably has red eyes.
leaning back on this wolf and just fighting to maintain my sense of self.
And so,
And visually, just
that's what I
flickering
think you don't
back
really
and
have.
forth between Shadow and Real, like Shadow Bill and Real Bill, just flickering back and forth.
and the sensation of this puppeteering affects the magical strands that wrap themselves around your limbs and threaten to dangle you in place to do their bidding.
Well, because didn't you explain it as kind of like this heartbeat at like the back of your skull kind of feeling type thing before?
And it was like a compulsion. And it
Yeah.
wasn't saying anything, but it was causing these feelings, these commands.
Yeah, but I think Bill is now where the white mane was during the Chimera fight.
And so that single
what does she do?
strand that was still connected to the white mane is now connected to Bill.
Yeah. So what does Bill do under the influence of?
He still has an action with a reroll because of the original success before
Okay.
all this bad stuff happened.
So we'll see what you're able to do in response to
His head
having your
comes
physical
up.
self taken over.
His head comes up, and the eyes look back right down this red beam, and he is fearless. Just for a moment. And he says, leave. That's it. He's going to try and compel her to leave. This has got to be heart. I mean, that's what he's using here. But I do get to add 1 if I share a bond, and I'm thinking offering to take the possession for this thing has got to have given me a bond.
I mean, at the very least, you can count your bond with Caradwin.
And I get +1 on this as well for what I did before. So that's +1 plus the bond with.
Well, you have a
wolf.
second level bond with Gear.
So let's do 2. So it's +3 altogether.
I think you get +1 from whoever you're sharing a bond with.
Well, but doesn't it have to apply to the situation? How does his bond with?
That's why I was only going to take
Well,
this
'cause
single one that I did with this wolf, right?
That's what I was thinking. It because it was this creature is like the possession would make him then want to target Caradwin. That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. I like. Yes.
Oh, I
agree
like
And
that.
so
completely.
his resistance is built on not only protecting the white mane, but Caradwin is also involved as well.
He was about to go under. He was about to give up.
Mm-hmm.
When he realized it didn't just mean Wolf was gone. It meant everybody else was gone too. And so, yes, he could draw on 1 point, 1 point, and 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 plus so +5, I guess, technically.
We're getting to the point where we're piling.
And I
stuff
still
on.
only got a weak hit because I rolled a 10 on the Oh, I can re-roll. I have a re-roll. I can
Yeah, because
re-roll
you haven't
those
done your
challenge
reroll
dice.
yet.
So I will do the compel. I only get to re-roll one, so whatever the first die is, we'll use instead of this 10.
So roll a 1d10.
It's I'm just gonna do the same roll again. So not shadow. It was heart plus 5, and we'll just like
use
the first one is
a 6.
So that's an 8. So that makes it a strong hit. So they do what you want. I get 1 momentum, which takes me, but I can't go any higher than where I am right now. I'm not gathering information from this thing.
You're released.
I just leave. And something to his dying day, Bill will tell you it was feet, compels her, to let go, and the red light draws out of the forehead, first out of the forehead of Wolf, and then through Bill, and back out to it, and then it's gone.
Now, that single black tether, that string,
Mm-hmm.
is it attached to the white mane now, or is it attached to you?
Oh, that's attached to me. I won.
And that doesn't go away.
No, I won that confrontation.
It can be reopened, but it's not open right now.
But yeah, you feel that your forehead, that single piece of shadow
Good.
tether.
I know where she went. Right now, he's just like, no, not this wolf. No. This wolf's gonna save the world. This all happened out in the middle of nowhere with just Bill and Woof.
Yeah.
So, and he's at 0. So he turns to Woof. Says, Stoner crows, mate. You think you might go get us a rabbit or two before we go back? I don't want to look like an ass, eh? I'll just sit here by this tree for just a minute. Don't worry, she's not coming back. I'll know. And he just sits down against the tree and just starts to drool. And just... just
Does the white man just sit down next to him and put her head in his lap?
Well, when you open your eyes after you say that, it's like just looking at snow. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then maybe 10 minutes go by before just this bloody rabbit is dropped into your lap.
Yeah. Right then, back we go. Oh. You mind if I sort of use you as a cane?
You could probably throw your arm over her and just like lean against. You could probably ride her like a
horse.
Ride her.
A little too much pride for that, but he will sort of lock his elbow and put his hand between her withers, right there, and just sort of use her as a bit of a crutch or like a cane on the walk back. And he keeps changing the sides because he's not like he's injured; he's just thrashed. Just needs somebody to hold him up. We stumble back into camp, and Bill, I'm assuming Wolf's carrying he's too thrashed to even carry it, so Wolf's carrying the rabbit, and he just looks at the three of you and goes, ta-da, and just collapses face first into the snow.
Bill! And Carrot will get up and
out of the snow.
and try to help him. What happened?
I did a tremendously stupid thing, miss.
Are you alright? You look...
Miss, look...
Did the rabbit do this to you?
Chastise, miss. No, the rabbit didn't kick my ass, you big hairy shit, you.
Okay, he's okay.
No, I did a real dumb thing. I tried to put a shadow on our big friend here. And, well, I must be growing up. I'm about to tell the truth and get myself in all kinds of shit. For the 3rd or 4th time, what am I doing? Anyway, that big nasty thing, what's behind the dryad and what's behind that crawling, shambling thing what come after us? It come after her.
The sorcerer.
Yep. When I tried to put shadows around our poor Wolfie friend here. Oh, her name's Oof, by the way. When I tried to put shadows round her, that thing come like the wind, it did. Almost took her. She were real brave though and fought it off. Scruffing her behind her ears.
I so badly want to make an insight roll.
I know, Carrigan does not seem convinced. What happened to you, Bill?
I got real brave, miss, and it turns out that's bloody exhausting. It is. I don't know how you do it all day. Oi. You're shaming them all. You know yesterday and last night, depending how time worked, you know how you told Weena to piss off when she went? I just done that to Visting. I got right pissed, miss. We're gonna take woof. Oh, I can't have that, not on my watch.
And what did you have to pay in order to scare her off?
That remains to be seen.
Other than being on the edge of collapse? Seems like you've already paid at least some.
I get the feeling like I got off real lucky. I still don't think this was the real thing. I still think this was some sort of projection. But it's sort of on an higher level. A meta projection, if you will.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like any of this. Can I go
Nope.
back home to Kinheim?
Why, it's too late for that, miss.
Oh, you're right.
Well, at least we got breakfast. Can somebody wake me up when it's ready? Because Bill got no sleep last night, so he does not get any sojourn. You guys still need to roll for your sojourn, or not for make camp, right? But Bill stayed awake all night, so.
Yeah, you're the camp maker, Caradwin.
We're on your trip, so.
And I think, and you did that before I got back too, so.
Yes.
I could use some spirit. I'm pretty shot.
A strong hit, so you get to choose two. Take a health, suffer one supply and take a health for
Take a
you
spirit?
and any companions. Take one spirit, take one momentum, or add one to an undertake a journey for the day.
That's gonna be one of mine. It's gonna be the Undertaker Journey one since I'm rolling that.
I'm gonna bump my spirit and my health, so I actually am not gonna die because it's getting close.
Yeah, speaking of which, we need to find a way to heal Bill.
What kind of healing do you need, Bill?
Spirit.
Oh, I can do that, but I'm awfully low on spirit too.
I am going to aid an ally. I'm going to aid Amala in her attempt to heal Bill spiritually by moving over, grabbing Bill by the back of his shirt, dragging his ass to the fire, flopping him down, and I'm going to set this gentle, tiny little owl on his chest, and I'm going to put a pile of worms on his forehead. And I am going to sit and watch.
That will heal any spirit.
And this
do
is
your ally.
This is moral support to help Amala spiritually heal him.
Yeah.
Well,
as a reminder.
I don't want to bring down the tone, but Bill now knows whether this is a boy owl or a girl owl.
No, you probably don't.
If he knows how to sex owls.
At this young an age.
Birds. Yeah.
This kind of reminder to Bill what he was protecting.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
This bear of a man and his tiny little owl and his menagerie and his shaman and Bill's hunter. Those are the people that he's protecting. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to secure you an advantage by, I guess I'm not really embodying
healing
my
spirit,
wild
I think
nature.
that, that's as good as a kitten video on YouTube
Right?
for
It's
healing
true.
spirit.
It's been a while since I've rolled anything. Maybe I should.
Isn't secure advantage?
Yes,
Mhm.
let's go
Yeah.
plus. I think I get a +1 to this, and that's about it. That's okay.
Okay, weak
Yeah.
hit.
We hit on
You
secure
suffer one supply or one
advantage.
momentum. I don't even know what we're at in supply.
You take 1 momentum.
Oh, I should roll
Amala.
resupply. I said I resupplied.
Yes,
and
you did.
I
Yeah,
get
and we
one
got one for the
momentum?
wolf.
Where am I?
So
Yes.
Oh, actually, I'm on the wrong thing. I'm on
For the
secure advantage. I was looking at heal.
You get 1 momentum.
I get one
Amala.
momentum. Okay.
As you see this,
so yeah, we're back up to 5 supply.
Mm-hmm.
So we're there.
Okay. 5 supply.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to heal, except we're going to do spirit instead of health.
Let's get that over there. Just so we got it on the screen. All right.
Wits, of course. No bonuses. Oh, of course, I need to use light for that. I always use light for healing.
Yes.
So
So
plus
+2.
2.
for
I'll
each-
take the light
yeah.
off.
So weak
Hit.
hit. I get you. We do -1 supply. So back to or
No,
-1
or
momentum.
-1 momentum. I'll take the momentum
You
off.
just got the 1 momentum. So okay.
Yep, I'll take the
And
momentum off. And so you get +1, I guess, on spirit.
it should be +2.
Is it +2 for
Take
a
or give up to
heal?
+2 health on a strong hit. Yeah, on a weak
Oh,
hit
as above. Yes. So
yeah.
yes, you get +2 spirit.
We're
Okay.
doing some spiritual healing. So what
And
does
I
what does Amala do?
Spiritual healing.
Well, so what I've done in the
Spiritual
past is, I
healing.
reach out and touch and think light, and light soaks in
That makes
and
perfect
does
sense
its thing.
to drive what she just did out of me. Yeah. Oh.
Would she see anything?
Oh. Yeah. You pushed
I
a light into Bill,
have-
right? You said.
Yeah, and I have a bond with you.
You see like a sigil form on his forehead. It's all snaky and dark, and it kind of swirls and it's slimy, but it kind of rises out of his skin and is pushed out by the light and then burned up by it, and it's gone.
So I saw, and it's now gone.
Yep.
There are only worms remaining.
Yep.
Do I have sense that the bond is gone, that the tether's gone too?
I think it's still there, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. I guess Bill would say, "Oh, she left something in me. I thought there was just a connection, but there was a bloody root, and you dug it out, miss."
What was that?
That is how she's watching us, or at least watching me from now on. On the bright side, if there is one, it means I'm watching her too.
I don't think that's a good thing.
Hearing all of this, Caradwin stands up abruptly. Like, she looks unsettled.
Right, at least so.
She's gonna hurt. This is a lot. This is a lot. She's already connected to Gear, to White Mane, to Bill. I got attacked.
I want to try something. I want to try something. You all sit around the fire. Sit around the fire.
I scooch over towards the fire, grab Bill by the shoulders, and drag him closer.
Yeah.
Let's see, did I already take a light off? Yes, I did. Okay.
There's perfectly balanced owl on his face.
You just skid over.
So I start focusing on the labyrinth.
Yes.
And I start tracing the labyrinth, and I stand up and I start walking. I'm mentally walking the labyrinth. But I'm walking around the group and I'm tracing a circle around the group. And as I get back to the beginning, I stop and I feel it for a bit. No, it's going to need more than that. And I find my bag and I dig out some salt. And I start that. And I focus on the labyrinth and I mentally walk the labyrinth as I physically walk the circle. And I leave a thin trail of salt around the circle. And do I need to plus wits? Modifier. I'm using light for this, so +2.
Yep.
Burning all the light.
I'm
So
burning
weak
all the light.
hit,
Yeah, I'll have
yeah.
to recharge. Weak hit.
I like this. You only got 3 points of light today, so you're only getting weak hits. I like this. Works really well. Lightbringer.
Okay, so I am going to. Okay. So, and weak hit. Okay, and then I'm going to go a third time around. And this time when I come back, when I get to the end, the barrier shimmers into existence and it's a dome. And so I'm inside the circle and I turn and I look at Bill. Can you feel the tether?
Can I
What are
feel
the
ten-
chances?
Yeah. Let's roll the.
Well, so the word is likely.
So okay. So yeah, that's.
Let's call it a 50-50?
Likely blocks. No, likely
No,
is.
Likely
there's
is
a
75,
oracle.
right? But there
There's
is an
an
oracle
oracle
for it.
to
So yeah,
roll
go ahead
for
and
that.
give us that
Gotcha.
roll.
Yes, it does. Oh,
So
yes, you can still feel it?
no, yeah,
Or
No.
yes, it does
Yes,
work.
it's blocked.
Does it
Yes,
block?
it's blocked. So because the way it would be is if there was something in there, when I did that with the creature, it was trapped in there. Well, this is trapped out.
Mm. Oh, it's worked. It's worked, Shaman. It's worked. But can you turn it off? I don't want. Let's not let it know that we can do this until the right moment.
Okay, and I go and I disrupt the circle and it dissipates. Did I already take the light off? Yes, I have.
That's right. Good to know, Shaman.
So we can block it.
We can block her from following us.
I don't like this. I don't like that you can get hurt. This
You know, this being brave and all, it's all right.
It's scary as hell.
But
We
you know
don't-
what's all righter? Ambushing someone who's all confused like. So when we're ready for this thing, whatever it is, I use this little connection I got to piss it off. When it comes hunting. And when it right at the last moment before it gets here, I disappears. And it can't see me for nothing. And while it's looking, all of you lot jump out and smash the shit out of that thing. Sorry, pardon the language, missus. Miss, and miss. Not Mrs. Not.
We attack everything.
We don't even know what this thing is.
No, we don't, miss, and I'm not suggesting we do this tonight by any stretch of anybody's imagination. But when we're ready,
But if they ambush us, how?
then we'll get inside your magic bubble, miss, and we try and hide inside my magic shadows inside your magic bubble, and we hope that foolish thing can't find us.
I don't like the idea that you could get hurt because of this thing. Any of you.
We got this
Yeah,
thing.
I'm with Caradwin on that.
We got the Iron Revenant. We got whatever's... Miss, most of this world's trying to kill us.
This thing is clearly after Kadal and me and who knows what else. And I can't put you guys in danger like that.
You know where the safest place to be in a storm is?
In the eye.
Right in the bloody middle of it. You just gotta run so hard that you move as fast as it does.
Hey, Caradwin, you can't do this by yourself. Nobody can do this by themselves.
The whirlwind's up, miss. It's just a matter of reaping it now. Everybody's got their thing they got to do. You got to find your brother and break him out of whatever that is. We now know it can be done. Look, she can do it. She just does to him what she just did to me. He's free as free is. We just need to find him.
I don't even know. We don't know what it is or what it does or what it wants.
Nope, but we know it's connected to you and your brother.
It doesn't matter anyways. It was sworn over iron. This is happening. We're
getting
not
your brother. We're getting you and yours back to where they're supposed to be. He's pointing at Gear and the critters. And you, Shaman, are what's going to do it.
I had a dream last night. It didn't feel like a dream. You both were still gone. I saw Kadal, but he was changed.
Changed how?
His eyes were black completely, and he was rotting.
Ew.
Like a bone walker.
Oh, Caradwin.
I don't know what we're going to find, but it's not going to be good. And it's not going to be breaking it like the tether.
No, miss, it ain't, but I'll bet you the same principles apply. That one there, he points at Amala, and all this iron we're coming on, and all that power, and all your need and want and desire, and her ability to cast what she just done. We just proved it, Miss Caradwin. It can be broken. She's not invincible. We beat her and we're only half baked. Once we're ready, I'm sure you heard it your whole life, Miss, twins is magic. The two of you together, it's more than twice of you. Now, I never met two twins what liked each other, but if you can afford to be in it and keep yourselves in the same room, I never met two people what were stronger than four before either. Besides, we got a chicken to deliver, miss.
Which pecks at you as it tries
I
to
just
get the
think this
last.
whole time it's
the
sitting on top
last.
of his head, eating the worms and pulling at his hair because he's still got some. Oh, that's a hair, not a worm. Ouch.
They do that.
Yep.
I was pulling on my arm hair this morning. But
So were we back where we were yesterday, leaving to head towards Autumn Falls?
Yes.
We know
yeah,
more,
Yeah.
and we're stronger for it. So, I guess we're
Did you have to do your augury?
right, miss. It's morning. Let's get them birds out.
But-
Here, crows. Here, crows. It's crows, is it, miss?
Caradwin will
Ravens,
take her
crows?
hand.
and Gear will sit back and look to the white mane, give it a nod in Amala's direction. It'll walk over and sit down next to her feet.
Bill
Okay,
reaches up and
what's it gonna
takes
summon this time?
takes some worms from the
We-
baby owl
Amala,
and throws them out
We
in the
summoned
open.
darkness. We summoned that flesh monster thing.
Amala, it didn't summon anything. It gave us warning. It wasn't your fault or the augury's fault.
Okay. And yeah, strong cause also, fussing at her.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, so moving over to the side. Send out my spirit to call the crows. And as they start together, Strongcaw looks expectantly at the white mane, who woofs at her, and over towards Feet, who ignores her, and around to the group in general. Anybody have any input this time?
I
Or
don't
is
want
it
to speak for the
a-
other two, but Bill is definitely the posture that he's got right now is you do it. You got this.
So she shuffles a bit and gives a loud caw to start the crows in the circling pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And she lands on Amala's hand and squawks a command. And we're going to use the last
Dice.
light.
Come on, Dice.
which elicits small cheeps from Bill's head and flaps, of course.
A weak hit. I like that, actually.
And Amala stills and goes blank. And the crow pattern continues faster. And then abruptly stops. And Amala is overlaid by an image of a tall, broad-shouldered woman with wolf-like features and yellow eyes. Her long hair is intricately braided with beads and feathers woven in. And she's geared out like a warrior, holding a hand axe firmly and using it to sort of carve a delicate sigil into the bark of a tree, about shoulder height. And a twig snaps and she turns and looks and kind of puts the axe back and gently pulls his sword as she ducks behind the tree. And a quiet snarl kind of escapes her. And a male comes up next to her and quietly, "What do you see, Liska? That metal thing, without its pack this time." And the male growls softly and they both melt back deeper into the darkness. And the image fades. And Amala just sinks down to the ground. And the crows around her scatter.
And I just looked at the clock and perfect. We're a little past the halfway, so let's take a break there with Amala hitting the deck. And we will come back in 20 minutes and see what happens next. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Here we go again. And we'll be back in 20 minutes. And we return back to our camp where we've been for the whole first half. And we were almost ready to leave.
Not even mid-morning yet.
Yep. But just as Bill was standing back up and literally getting his feet back under him, Amala has hit the deck.
Yeah, and Caradwin goes to her right away.
And that was the last of your light too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is she conscious?
Yes.
Okay.
Only semi-responsive.
Mala.
I'm here.
What did you see?
I saw this thing that looked like a man of metal.
Hmm.
I was looking out from behind a tree. It was searching for something? I don't know. It was poking into some bushes, but I don't know what it was doing. Did anything attack us?
No, we're okay.
I was so afraid that metal thing was going to come out of the bushes here. I am so afraid. I don't think I have a very good grasp of time. How long has it been?
Not long. Not
Oh.
even a minute.
Oh, good.
You're okay.
Yeah. I'm okay. We should be packing up, right? We were going to go?
Do you feel steady enough?
Yeah. I'll be okay.
Okay. And then, yeah, get started on packing up.
Yep. And Feet will prepare the nest for the owlet and then climb in on top to keep him warm. With his cockroach carapace pointed out at the sun, absorbing heat.
And yeah, Gear will move to brush what fur he can from the white mane, because it's one of those dogs where you like brush them and you get one free.
Oh,
just
yes.
from all the shedding. So he's going to
Yeah.
just.
It's winter, though.
That's fine.
Okay, what happens on a week hit?
We don't even get to lunch. It's only
We reach a waypoint.
We
We
reach
actually
We
waypoint.
actually traveled
We
today.
get there.
the whole day. Yay!
So I
Let's
take a
suffer one supply.
ball of fur
We
and
suffer a
stuff it
supply.
into your backpack, Bill.
Yep. Yeah, and feet are just he's just knitting.
He's doing his feety dance.
Yep. He's literally knitting it into like a, it's like a futon without the bag on. It's just the felt. He's just turning it into felt.
Happy feet. Not copyrighted.
Penguins.
Not copyrighted.
Lowercase.
You're allowed to use it to mock people. You're allowed to use people's famous shit to mock them, so that one's okay. But that's
Parody.
2 in one night. That's
I gotta step up my game.
I don't have pun damage in this game. I do on my Monday night, though.
There will be a macro next week, I can assure you.
So yeah, Caradwin, because they're heading towards, our waypoint is the circle near where we were told Autumn Falls is.
Yes, yeah, we're getting close.
So are we going there? Or are we going to Grey Barrow first?
We're going to Grey Barrow. That's the circle near.
That's the one, yeah.
Now, and we learned that Autumn Falls is more of a landmark name, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah, we weren't given anything specific. We were just told that
Southwest.
southwest, and we would understand what it was once we got there. Kind
I
of.
It sounds
got,
like
I got
something
one
that-
idea,
yeah.
so
And
yeah.
we're
I think
hoping that-
I said that, right?
I'm sure there
We're
are 4
hoping
people
that Grey
sitting
Barrow.
there. I'm sure
We're
all
hoping
4
the
of us
good folk
know
of
what
Grey
it
Barrow
is.
know and are willing to tell us.
So
Ooh.
yeah, Caradwin will kind of lead the way because she knows the relative location of it. She's never been, but she knows the relative location.
So sorry, what's it called?
Grey
Grey
Barrow
Barrow.
Grey Barrow.
With an E.
with an
Thank
E.
you very much.
At the end?
No.
No, the gray.
gray
is
with
spelled
an
the
E.
gray with an E. So
All right,
way past that part, yeah.
GRAYBARROW.
No.
It-
I go all the
no,
way
no.
back.
Gray is spelled with an E. All right, GRAYE.
Yes, Boston.
I go all the way back to Grey Stoke, so it's J. Yeah, it was an E already at the start. Sorry.
And so Robin did rolls.
Yeah,
for
she
what
did.
Grey Barrow was.
We should explain. Yes.
And it was flooded, exposed, hidden, dead, and cold
Wow.
are the descriptors. Because I was only gonna do 2, but then I got hidden and exposed, and I was like, I know what I need.
Oh.
They could mean different things. So let's
Oh,
say maybe
I
it's
know
hidden
exactly
from the
what you mean.
public,
Oh,
but
yeah, ice
exposed to the
caves,
elements.
Right? That was my
No,
thing.
I know
Ice
exactly.
caves right away.
I mean, I have a sketch. I'm good.
I
I've
drew
had
it.
Just to be clear, we used all the oracles that come with the game to generate this. So,
Should be interesting.
so
And
what do we
so-
see when we come over the ridgeline to Grey Barrow?
As we come over the ridgeline, we see a crag of rocky hills, and there are along this rocky area are about 3 roundhouses, kind of similar to the other circles we've seen. And kind of off the slope of the rocky hillish area is a large flooded area. There are dead trees sticking out of the water, pieces of rotted fence, and ghosts of old structures that are really the only sign that it was ever lived in and not always flooded.
Mhm.
These are places that were once homes and were once farmland. Along the shallower side of the flooded area are some shoots of rice and such like that, crops that grow in water. And the area around these 3 houses is exposed. There's barely any trees. The ones that are dead, waterlogged. And
The houses look like new build.
no, they look relatively old. They're not like old. They're like kind of like they've been there for a while.
But they didn't just build
no,
these
no.
houses to vacate
No,
the flooded
the
areas.
flooded area has been there for a while. Like this is not a recent occurrence.
So it's like part of the town has been lost to flood, and part of it hasn't, or is
Yeah.
But not
it's starting
not
to creep?
recently.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, like a majority of it
Pardon me.
was flooded over, but there are some structures that still
Okay.
exist, and it looks deserted. Like it doesn't look like it.
Edwin, aren't we expecting to see people here? Isn't this the trading area that you said Cadal goes to and the other two traders were likely going to?
Yes. I mean, this is the area. And kind of off in the distance, kind of behind one of the houses, there are signs of like there's some livestock there. It's just kind of hidden away.
Do we see any? It's evening. Do we see any smoke? Well, we wouldn't with roundhouses anyway.
But nope, there's oh, I should roll because I don't have an NPC for anything like this. So.
Should we gather some information while we're on our way there?
I
As
was
we're,
going to
walking up
say,
here?
Bill will start to drop off of his horse. Might be best if I go and have a look then.
And I look to Bill and I kind of slow him down a second. I go, take her. And I look down at the white mane.
I'd really rather not. Not with what happened last time.
It
There
shouldn't
has
happen
to be
again, right?
someone here. And
Me and Feet will go find out. And I very carefully take off my pack and put it, I hand it to Gear actually, because he knows that the owlet is in there.
I will plop it down, and I will, if Bill goes off one way, I'll send the white man off the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
and kind of
she and I work better as sort of a yin yang thing.
Sneaking off, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that works. I'm just gonna ignore the descriptor though, because it's not gonna be a traveler.
I don't remember what I did to go right along with a creature.
You did shadow walk.
Did I use shadow walk for that? Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no! Don't worry about no. There's watch that. I just burned my momentum, so that's a strong hit. That is
big fucking danger. Oh man!
Yet another circle we have to rescue before we move on.
Bone walkers?
No,
we did that.
We did that. It's been done. Old news.
We need something new.
I will not take the +1. I will actually take the 2 momentum. Take me back to 3. Yeah, I'm at -1 momentum for something. I assume it's because my spirit is so low.
I'm gonna gather some information.
But that's my next. Yeah, that's. I'm now going to sneak in using that +1 and the the +1 from Infiltrator. So I get one more. I'm just a moment. As soon as I start sneaking into places, I just become this momentum generating machine.
Let's see if I can gather some information with my new companion.
And I'm going to use shadow to secure an advantage so that I can ride along with Strongcaw and get an aerial look.
So I have to complicate this, so I'm gonna wait till
to
last.
Gather information. So that's up there. There we go. So now they should be able to see it.
What does
In the Twitch keys. Yes, it's working. Okay. So yeah, I got a strong hit. Anybody else want to go first?
I'm gonna complicate anything you guys give me. So the ideas are already bubbling. Karis, what do you see?
I don't know yet. I don't. Oh, let's see. So that's for secure and I lost my sheet.
Okay, well, Bill.
What does that do for secure an advantage?
Bill flows through the shadows and goes looking. This is your town. What does he see when he gets close?
Is he going
It's
Like,
a
is he
strong
going
hit.
around? Is he going like
He is going to go. It's evening, so
inside?
he's going to go until he's down light. It's like downwind, but then work in the shadows of the buildings back up to them.
Okay. Going around the buildings, you can tell that they are decoy is the wrong word, but it's more like that they are being used as storage. Like one of them is being used, like it's kind of like a barn is being used to house livestock, and there's another one that's kind of being used for storage. It looks like these are being used. They are currently being used, but they're not living spaces.
He and Feet will pull back with that information and come back to you guys. Meanwhile,
Wait, do I get to complicate things?
we still got.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Amala's
I'm still
got
gonna
a-
go ahead and do my gather information.
Mhm.
My attempting to use shadow for it's gonna backfire, but I am gonna work on gathering information first with wits. And no modifiers because I missed on the advantage.
Weak hit, yeah.
Hollowed, you're
Sounds about
absolutely right.
Everything we do does, but yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everything has the potential to go.
I will say we should probably rephrase it shouldn't be called a weak hit. It should be called a weak failure. So we have strong hits, weak failures, and failures.
Or we should just name them backwards, and we should just go strong failure, weak failure, not really a failure.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm going right along with strong caw, but I'm also edging into shadow, and there's some not.
Yeah.
The shadows around here are not good, and because I was doing this and I was not listening. I am so sorry. I missed what Robin said about what Bill saw. So do I see the same things, or maybe not?
Since you're going from above, you probably don't see. What I said was that the houses are being used. Like one of the roundhouses is like being used as a pseudo barn, and another one is like storage. And like it's not. They're not being lived in, but they're being used recently.
So doing a wide search around the area from above, what do strong caw and I see?
You would see that on a weak hit. You would get the sense that like this isn't an abandoned circle, even though it looks like it. You would see like some tracks, and you would see from above. You would be able to see more of like the animal areas that are kind of hidden from the main road, and so they're being taken care of. And so it's just basically signs of like people are living here. You don't know where.
Just can't see them.
Okay. Well, and so
Now I've got to complicate things, right?
well, okay, so what you know so far to complicate with.
And so
people are living here, but they're hidden.
Yep.
And the shadows here are wrong somehow.
And so Gear is immediately uneasy, but he kind of sends the white mane out as a perimeter.
Yeah.
And to anybody looking from the exterior, there's this synchrony between the two that is being established when it's almost as if they're both in tune with the sound and smells around them. They'll whip their head in the same direction occasionally, looking for different things.
Yep.
And as the white mane is kind of prowling around the outside, its snout to the ground, kind of sniffling about, trying to suss something out. There's a cracking and a yelping as the white mane vanishes into a hole in the ground. And without any warning or anything, Gear is off the horse, sprinting over, drops into the hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that tracks.
I don't know what's in the hole. I just talked myself into the problems.
I just talked myself into the hole.
I don't know how far I fall or what happens, but
yeah. So as then, Amal is shadow walking.
No, I was using shadow to go right along.
Okay.
I'm still, well, but actually you can't tell. I mean, because I'm still sort of physically there, but not really present.
Okay, but you're not like out like when you shadow walk.
No, I'm still
Okay,
loosely present because, but I'm not paying any attention at all right here because I'm off with Strongka.
Okay.
I'm doing right
And
along.
Caradwin is going to rush
doing it
towards
right along.
the hole.
Yeah.
Confused because like
Crows have good eyesight, so Strongka is also going to dive down into there.
And it essentially the hole would be like sticks loosely gathered with mud holding them together, and the weight of the white mane stepping on what would have looked like normal muddy ground dropped way beneath her. And Gear just went in damn near head first after her. But Bill's backpack on. It looks like he's got like one of those little toddler backpacks. He's just like boom, 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 boom.
So yeah, before Caradwin and potentially Bill, because Bill's still on the surface with Caradwin, right?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna hang back near the tree line and watch to make sure that nobody else is coming in from ground level as you guys go headlong down this hole.
Caradwin's not going down the hole; she's just keeping out the hole.
Okay.
Caradwin's smart.
Yeah.
She knows better than to just drop down holes. But as she does that, the front roundhouse, the covering in front of it pulls open, and there is a woman standing there.
Retro.
Well, it's, yeah, the two of you, I guess, would be the only two that saw her.
Yeah.
Well, Bill would see her, but he's like across the open. He's not there, so.
Well, I can see her through Strongka's eyes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, looks like you're playing this one. You're the only one.
Well, in the roll it said Karis or Robin, but yeah.
Oh, that's me because Strongka's watching. Yeah. What was the roll?
I would suggest me, but I'm assuming I'm gonna have to interact with her.
Right.
Naya.
Okay, so her name is Naya Dag. Okay, Naya Dag. Is that all I was looking for? Was her name, or was I also looking for the charming traveler bit?
No. I figure she's part of the circle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you fell down into the room. The woman had been working on some.
I jumped.
No. This is a woman that was on the surface.
Yeah, this was one of the houses.
Oh, she came up on the surface.
Yeah, she's coming out of the first house that we are kind of in front of. The hole's kind of on the side, but like.
So like she was feeding the pigs or something.
And calls an alarm and starts running. Kind of not directly towards the hole, but kind of off to a side, because of course she knows where the entrance is.
Mm-hmm. And we wouldn't know this, but she would know this. The entrance is actually in kind of a hidden area in the houses. There's like a trapdoor kind of, and that goes down into a low incline tunnel system that goes underneath and actually underneath the flooded area of the old town.
Ooh, that's hard to maintain. That's really hard
to make it extremely unlikely that anybody finds it. The secret entrance.
Extremely unlikely, and the ground is mainly rock and frozen.
Yeah.
So it's...
But to make it extra hard to find, the entrance is actually in a fake outhouse. I'm just gonna add that.
So
yeah.
And so looking closer at the sticks and the mud, the underside of the fragmented area where Gear and the White Mane went through is like this clay that has been fire hardened. It looks like that is somewhat waterproofing it and also giving it that stability it needs. Not enough to support him.
You aren't in the flooded area yet, so it'll be more so, even more so.
Yeah.
But if this place is rich in clay, they can. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a very valuable
It
substance
is,
at this
it
point
is
in history.
clear
Yeah.
that they moved underground at some point, either shortly before or after the flood happened, and have been living there ever since.
Yeah, so Bill and Caradwin would see her duck into a building. She's going and calling an alarm.
Oh, and Karen will look back for Amala, and Amala's still on the horse, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
She hasn't moved.
I'm beside her, just holding the reins to her horse. I think I'll stay here until she comes back.
Okay. And Caradwin's gonna try to follow the woman. She's not gonna go down the hole.
Yeah. There you go. Now Karas can play the character free and clear, because
Yep.
yeah.
Wait. She's running after with kind of just like, wait, please. I'm from Frostmouth. There should be some traders here. Has she stopped running, or is she still running?
She stopped running. She's
Okay.
listening.
My name is Caradwin Enolier. My brother's a trader. He's been through here before. There should be. I had names for them. Adden and Seth, the traders from Frostmouth, should have been here. My friend fell down.
I have a quick question. Had they been trading this way before, or were they replacing Cadell?
I'm assuming that they have gone down here before. Like they kind of like they don't have like strict routes. They just go wherever.
Yes, they're here.
Um,
And she kind of relaxes and stands up a little more. Who did you say you were again?
Caradwin Enolier. My brother is Cadal.
Yes, we know him. He's not here.
I know, and I'm sorry that we startled you and scared you. We were coming through because I needed to meet up with the two men from Frostmouth, and one of my friends, my companions, fell down an area of your circle. I'm not sure what it was. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for any damage.
Are those yours? Pointing over at the horses and Amala and Bill and.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get them under cover now, quickly. We've got get them under cover.
And yeah, she'll move and kind of follow
and get them into
Maya's
one of
lead.
the.
I'll lead Amala and the horses. Oops.
And leading the horses in and under.
Yep.
What's happening?
You can put them in here. Well, it's been not very good here for quite a time. I'm a little surprised you don't know that. The regular Frostmouth traders do. Anyways, come in here. I'll take you down.
Yes, of course. And she'll kind of help Bill with Amala.
And unsaddle the horses and all the stuff that you would do, and then follow down. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming Amala comes back into herself.
Yeah, Amala will be back in just
Strong cause gone. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So she opens the trapdoor to go down in. Down here, straight down and to the left. I'll take you to the common room. And she holds it and makes sure everybody goes through.
Carried along. Yeah.
And goes in and pulls it shut. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay.
Just to be clear, did we go and get Gear and Woof?
Oh no,
he fell.
No.
They're still in the
not yet.
Okay. I want to make sure. Yeah.
They go, what's the hole over there? Oh, those are the latrines.
Oh, that's the Willy Wonka-esque furnace.
That goes to the fudge room.
He always wanted to be chocolate.
Oh.
Yeah, leading down, and once she's down and inside, she relaxes quite a bit and starts moving more normally. And I've forgotten names already. Did you post them somewhere?
For the men. Here, I'll
Yeah,
put
the
it
two
in.
men, because she would know their names, but I don't remember.
They are uncle and nephew.
Okay.
I rolled a personality. Okay, here.
That's okay.
Yeah. But
So, are you here also to trade then? You didn't seem to have much in your packs, and you didn't have a wagon, although Seth didn't have his wagon either.
no, I'm actually looking for my brother. We're just passing through, but I needed to give some things to Seth and Adam.
They came in, let me think. We're a day and a half behind them
I think so.
in
'Cause it was-
leaving.
yeah, because
Yeah,
it
we're
was
a day
after
and a
the
half
caves.
behind
Yeah.
them in leaving. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they came in last night. We put them up. They've been doing actually I don't know what they've been doing today.
They did just get they did not have their cart
They did not have their
because
cart,
it had
which
been
means they did not
attacked
have
by
their
the
trade
Iron
goods.
Revenant.
Yeah.
And so they just came off of an attack from the Iron Revenant. So I don't know
Yeah.
if she would know that.
I think let's see.
one
I
of their
don't.
group
They
was
would
dead,
normally
right?
be trading
Mhm.
today. However, they didn't have the wagon. I think they might be with the healer. I can take you to where they normally are.
Yes, that would be helpful. Where does that hole go?
Oh gosh, my spatial isn't that. Let's see. What would have a thin ceiling? I
A
think
farm.
that's the grain storage. I'll track. You said it was a him. I'll track him down.
Yes, he's very large. His kind of gruff. His name is Deer. He will
Okay.
probably
It
have a
was kind of a
wolf
large
with
hole.
him. He will have a wolf with him.
A wolf in our
It's-
tunnels?
It's not a danger.
A wolf
Yeah.
is not a danger.
It's a long story.
As long as it's on your side, it's not.
You're not helping.
And how would I? Never mind. I'll find out. I'm sure I'll find out.
Yeah.
Snacks,
Okay.
young lady. Snacks is the answer you're looking for. It likes meat. Oh,
How
I thought
fresh does it have to be?
frankly, running around is probably about as fresh as it likes it.
Yeah, you guys go straight ahead there. There's a common room up there. I'm gonna go track down this menace in our hallways. And she goes
That's a good
storming
word for
off.
it.
I cannot argue with your description.
and yeah, so Caradwin will follow her instructions to get to the common area as she tracks down the menace.
Bill
So
goes
what's the
looking
menace
for
doing?
Bill goes looking for food in the common area.
Sorry.
Yep, well, you're just in time. What's the menace doing in the hole? You have about 5 minutes till I
In
catch
the
up to
grain
you.
storage.
You
In the grain
fell into this room that is, there are these small kind of vents in the ceiling, but it's totally dark in here. And he fell into this loamy kind of earthy soil that caught him and the wolf, and now they're both covered in it.
Okay, so it's the root cellar.
And it's kind of like a root cellar, but since this land isn't capable of growing things like that, they're growing various fungus underground. Some that have these large kind of umbrella-like caps that he's broken a couple from falling on, that would look to be good for eating
Sorry, I'm
or treating things, but he's basically found their
one of the food stores.
kind of farm. Yeah, food store would be a good word for it.
Mhm.
And is trying not to disturb it too much as he gathers the wolf and continues to try to find his way. He looks up and he goes, it's not too far, but there's no way he's going to be able to lift himself out of it without bringing more of this ceiling down.
Not to
Hey,
mention
and at least
lifting
it's
the wolf
dark.
up.
At least it's dark and not glowing mushrooms, so you know they're not.
Yes.
This is true. They're not blue.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
So as you guys are trying to get your bearing and all of that, a door is pulled open.
Oh, that hole leads to the Bone Walker storage.
Yeah, no.
No, bad.
So a door kind of opens and some light sort of spills in, and there's sort of a woman in the doorway kind of looking in. Actually, you might have heard before that because she wouldn't have known exactly which room. So you would have hear something.
And so
like a
yeah,
door opening.
But
he's in
elsewhere.
unfamiliar territory. So him and the wolf would split up and they would both be like crouching down in the corners, ready to attack or flee.
Okay, so you've heard one door sort of open and look and close, and another door opening and a lantern come in, and this one is in your room. And let's see, you guys aren't very hidden.
Nope.
I mean, they're
Ah!
big.
Menace. That must be you. And you. Which of you you're probably both. Anyways, your friends are this way, I assume. I'm sorry, I don't remember what she said your name was. I don't remember what she said her name was either. Woman, yay high, kitted out like a hunter.
Gear kind of stands up and has to like
With another woman and a
lean
man
over.
with him.
He's kind of bending his neck,
Anyways,
trying not to
You're
scrape
not
the
supposed
ceiling.
to be in here because I don't know you. Out, out, out.
And he begins to move towards this woman,
That way.
kind of following her.
I love her so much.
You too. I'm told you aren't a danger. Are you a danger?
Scamper,
Looking the
scamper.
wolf right in the eye.
Yeah.
That's all the wolf will ever say is boof.
Unless it's growling.
Or growl. Yeah, that's it. There's only two emotions.
Okay, well,
Boof and growl.
I'll take her word for it for now. That way.
Tail between the legs.
Yeah.
Sad boof.
She shoots you out. It sort of looks around, kind of checks around to see how much damage she has. That's gonna take some fixing, isn't it? We don't have time for that today. Fortunately, is it still early? No, it's late in the day.
We were
Oh, so
driving
they would have
all day,
arrived this morning then. They would have arrived this morning. Because but we've got to, and she's muttering, and that way points you off down, starts herding the two of you down the hallway.
All you need is a newspaper.
Or a broom.
Brooms are good.
Shoo. Get.
And yeah, Gear is kind of peeking and taking a mental note of what's going on around him with this kind of underground light.
Yeah, this isn't a heavily traveled area because this is a storage area. So,
Yep.
Mhm.
But as we get closer, there's more people and things.
Hmm.
As we pass somebody who's coming up, she, calls out, "I'm told it's not a danger, anyways. It's under escort."
Yeah, doors open, eep, and close.
Little
Yeah.
kids looking around the corner like,
Looking up at the
It's
wolf.
shoot! Get out of the way!
Yeah.
This
the
underground
kids.
circle. And we're able to see in here, right? I'm gonna add
Well,
something
we
to
have a
this.
lantern now. The storage area is kind of dark, but there's lanterns and stuff around. Yes, it's
Mm.
as we get into the populated area. Yeah, I'm sure it's all lit up.
Torches and whatnot.
As we are led out of this
Probably
this
peat.
kind of darker
Smelly.
area, there are these roots that are almost dangling down from the ceiling that have these like luminescent bulbs on them, and they're every so often almost like they're planted and the roots are draping down into these nodules. that add a little bit of light, enough to where you wouldn't be blind in here. They're not enough to maybe read by, but they're enough to navigate by.
Like theater
With
lights.
the lantern,
Yeah.
though, you're able to navigate very easily. But it would be clear that if these people wanted to disappear, they could navigate these tunnels and be gone very quickly.
Oh yeah.
And Gear kind of ends up making his way back into the room and kind of pushes through this. I don't know. Are they using doors down here, or just like vines, like hippie beads, man?
I mean, there's probably a mixture. A mixture of both, depending on the privacy afforded the area.
I really like the new flora of this place. That's pretty cool.
Finally, a mushroom we can trust after 13 episodes.
It's just like your opinion, man.
Radical man. Gear. There you are.
We're fine.
Yes, I'm sure. He didn't cause too much damage, did he?
Doesn't seem to have although that reminds me, I gotta go get someone to go fix that ceiling.
Bill will help you.
Find someone to fix the ceiling?
No, fix the ceiling.
Bill will help me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was kind of...
Gear shoots an eye at Bill.
Gear,
Oh,
I'm
your
sure
Bill? No,
Yes.
no.
Gear.
Thank you. We have this well in hand.
I'm so sorry for the trouble.
Well,
wasn't the intention.
And they are covered in
it's been
dirt.
busy. We're a little behind on the maintenance. It's probably our fault anyway.
I'm surprised no one mentioned. Anyway.
So why do you lot live down here then?
That's Bill.
Hello.
And this is Amala and Gear.
And I'm Naya.
And I'm Caradon.
We live down here because it's safer.
From what then? I think you'll find I'm rather persistent. There's not much point faffing about. I'm gonna just keep asking.
If Caradwin looks at this woman, does it seem like she's not allowed to answer these questions, doesn't want to answer these questions, or is just annoyed?
She's just annoyed.
Same.
Although she's starting to look kind of speculative, like, maybe I will assign him to fix that roof.
Okay, Caradwin will let it go then.
So has anyone seen? No one has seen you yet. Of course not. Yes. Well, it's evening. We should show some hospitality. But nobody's in the common room because dinner's past. I will find the hospitaler. Make yourselves comfortable. There is some beer over there in that casket. Cups are stored on the shelf. Well, you can see the cups on the shelf above it.
Gear speaks up, kind of interrupts her, and he goes, "If it were a creature you were hiding from, you wouldn't make this a maze. Creatures are drawn to water. Whatever you're hiding from is intelligent. What is it?"
I apologize for him in particular.
I think let's get you settled. Let me get your trader friends here. Let me get a few things in motion here, and then maybe we can sit and talk.
Of course.
I'll be back. And she heads out. This explains why she referenced Seth and Seth's wagon.
He's the
Yes.
nephew, by the way. He's the younger one.
Right.
The other one's old, older and hostile. Yes.
Well, at least it's not the third one, because that one's dead.
Yeah. I didn't roll anything for him.
It's fine. Okay.
So what is plaguing Grey Barrow?
And so Caradon's kind of looking around after she leaves, and it's kind of like, Kadal never mentioned anything like this. No one did.
It's apparently known. She seemed to know your people.
I mean, Frostmith trades with them, and she knew Kadal.
What the hell are they trading living down here?
I don't know.
I saw when we came through the roof, there were mushrooms. No, they looked like food, edible. But when we were being led back from the hole, this place is like an anthill. You see all these branches. People were poking their heads out, curious. These people live in fear, constantly looking over their shoulders. Something's going on.
When I explained to Naya, she looked panicked and told us to hide the horses quickly and then get inside.
With the flooding we saw out there, they could easily have peat. Doesn't iron come from peat too?
I'm not sure. But from what it looks like, they have a complex environment here. They clearly know what they're doing and have been doing this for a while.
This is a lowland. And with the clay in the water, this is something that the animals would not be able to drink. This isn't a natural predator.
Well, it ain't hunting by smell neither, nor it would smell them from through them holes. Kind of surprised you didn't, frankly.
Everything smells like stagnant water here.
Either way, we got a nice place to stay tonight, I think.
If we're safe here.
Well, they've been
Are we
stayed in
safe
for a
anywhere?
good long time.
That's a good point.
She relaxed when we got down inside. I think it's pretty safe down in here, except for maybe that hole.
Yes.
Well, they're bound to feed us. And they're bound to try and pick our brains for what we know of the world outside. I mean, I know I would if I lived in a hole and wasn't allowed to go out.
We don't know that they're not allowed to go out. They're used to traders.
That was just a topical reference.
Topical reference to our current situation.
We have no idea how deep we are, do we?
Not really. It's a low incline, but there's no telling how deep it actually goes or how
That relates to
we
what's
would be aware
above.
that we're under the swamp, though, right? Like it went down and off to the side. Like we would be aware.
We would have gone that direction, but we don't know how big it is. There's no telling how large this circle is.
That's really cool.
Well, I am tempted. If anybody else has, stop me if you don't like this idea, but I am tempted to give us all a week to think about what's down this hole in this rabbit's nest, rabbit's warren, or do we want to keep going a little bit longer? We're a little short of our regular 3 hours.
Yeah, we might want to. I mean, if it's late in the evening, Naya could possibly put us off on conversation until morning. I mean, have a brief
I mean,
conversation with the traders.
Yeah, even just bringing these people in that know Caradon, and
Yeah.
at the very least, one is hostile towards
Yeah.
her.
Let's have a sojourn too,
Yeah.
since
with
they're
these
putting us
people.
up for the night. Let's roll a sojourn and see where that brings
We can
us. We can
get
wind
all
it
of us
down.
kind of ship shape again.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
Well,
not.
Because we haven't been in a circle since home.
Why don't we?
Yeah.
Why don't we end
So that wasn't that
tonight
long
then
ago.
with? We'll start next. I think if this works for everybody, we start next week with the sojourn roll. So we start with the boost. We'll end tonight with Aiden and Seth walking into the room, and they're all beat to shit.
Yeah,
and
they are.
They see Caradon.
And they
Stitched
see Caradon, yeah.
three-pronged.
Caradon
There's,
is
there's
not.
poultices, and yeah, these people have healed them. There's weird mushroom poultices on them in places, and you can see that they've had their asses handed to them by something.
Yeah,
Well,
so they may have
know
only
what.
come in. They may have only been here a few hours, and so they've just got the early part of the bandaging and stuff done.
Yeah, and they just managed to get away. They weren't, in the brunt of the attack,
Yeah.
but they got beat to shit.
And I guess one of the things that Robin has a week to figure out is, do they even know that their friend is dead? Or did they run before he died? So many things to think of for the next week. What's down this hole? And we will do this just so anybody who's watching knows. This will happen because all four of us will go for a whole week, and then next week we will get together and just throw it at each other and see what sticks to the wall. So
Grey Barrow has been in the works since last week. We
yes,
just
it
never
has.
got
So there's
there.
a whole framework that that you're going to put us into for starting next week. But we're going to start with that sojourn next week and that rest, and maybe get some of us up to numbers of health and spirit that we haven't seen since we rolled these characters. I think it's.
Well, do we want to do the first conversation with the traders, with Adam and Seth?
Do you want to do that tonight, or do we want to do that next week? Your
I don't know. I think it's pretty good seeing them all carved up. I mean, good story-wise, not good
Yeah.
serial killer-wise.
Well, no, I just can imagine them walking in, all beat to shit,
limping and
being told that that their friend was here, expecting the trader that
Yes.
they presumably thought was dead because the cart was
Yep.
beat to shit. They had 2 horses. They took the horses. And then seeing Caradon.
It's you and
And the
us.
guy that threw a steak at him.
Yeah.
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 Fair, that was thrown at the guy that's dead. So.
Yeah, and like I said, they're in absolutely no condition. If we're beat up, they're at ones for physical and spiritual, I think. So with that, I think that seems like a place to drop the curtain on this evening. Whew. Well, let's go around the room and do the thing. I want to start with Austin tonight, actually, because I know on your Monday games, like, you guys are at stupid level. You're playing 5e, right? And you guys are like ridiculous levels. So what's it like being bulletproof on Mondays?
Surprisingly, I have never been down so many times. We and normally at this level you would be pretty bulletproof against anything in the monster manual, at least at that CR level. But we homebrew 99% of our monsters, and so most of the time, this is where we play test them.
Sure.
We throw them at each other here because it's okay to kill everybody. And then we fine tune them for other games that we run.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's a place to kind of be very, very heavy fisted.
Someday I want to play at your table.
It
gets pretty dark.
5 hit points like in this game, when things do 7 when they hit you.
What did I do? This was last adventure in our Monday night game. I killed a PC in front of everybody as a warning by another PC's estranged lover. And then I dropped an NPC's child from like 300 feet in the air,
Ugh.
all within like 10 minutes of each other.
You do all
Adventure that
those
I ran.
things.
And this is a
player,
cleric paladin. I have to point out, this is a cleric paladin. This
I
character.
don't always play. Gear is the first of his kind of characters that I play. This big kind of meaty, knuckle-headed character. Normally they're very like light and dark, I guess. I don't know. Don't listen to me.
Oh, and
Oh.
we've also got Karis, who, how many days a week are you now streaming and gaming and all
Well, I
of them?
dropped my Tuesday group to give myself a night. Oh, let's see. So I took a week off this week on the Wednesday night. So Wednesday I run Adventure League for the Daddy Warbucks community.
Nice.
Thursdays I play this.
Mhm.
Fridays I usually have off, although this week I'm doing one of the patron games for Mercs of Mischief.
Yeah.
Saturday is my home game and a cast game, which is my home game is not streamed, but the cast game is streamed for the Daddy Warbucks community.
Nice.
Sunday I have a Minecraft stream. I stream another friend's home game, and then I play in another friend's home game. Monday I watch Too Many Warlocks. Tuesday I have off, and then that's back to Wednesday when I'm doing Adventure League again. Oh,
Busy.
and somehow I'm doing prep work for a bunch of these, and I'm doing, and I still have time to do archetypal analysis of characters
Yes, absolutely.
with my friend Robin here.
Yes.
We
And
have so much fun.
My favorite part is this night at least doesn't require any real serious prep.
I spend more time
You
Except
spend
for
a
when we prep.
tremendous
any
amount of time
idle,
thinking
any
about it,
idle
but-
time, my brain is thinking about Ironsworn and is thinking about what I've learned in Ironsworn and how do I apply that and what am I?
Well,
I mean, my brain is 24/7 processing.
it
this.
shows
Side note.
the depth of Amala show. Yes, yep.
Side note to any DMs watching, this adventure, this game, can only be described as that moment as a DM where you have all this stuff prepped and the players go sideways. You just crumple that page up and throw it over your shoulder. That is
And-
the entire explanation of how this game
And
works.
I was gonna. It's funny because what I was about to say was this is not a paid commercial. We are not being paid to say this in any way, shape, or form. But I think every DM ever should play a co-op game like this, if nothing else, to show you that you have it in you to be creative enough to make it all up on the fly. You do not need those books and notes and stories
Scripts.
and all that stuff. You don't need it. And this game is great at showing you how creative you can actually be. It's a very cool feature of this game.
It's utter chaos. It's great.
That utter chaos. Speaking of utter chaos,
At least with
tracking.
us.
Yeah,
At least for us,
tracking
it's
the
utter
utter chaos and getting it into like chapters and like tables of contents and things.
The lore master over
And
here.
the lore master herself. Yes, Robin, tell us about the wiki.
The wiki, I just finished updating it from last week today. Finished up some things, added, all the new assets that everybody has for their characters. If there's curiosity, there are spoilers, but I don't think that's too. We're only on 13 episodes, so that's hopefully not too big of a deal right now. All you need to know is bone walkers, mushrooms are bad, and complications.
We can't give you
there's
away
also-
too many spoilers. We don't know what's happening next, so
There's links to all the YouTube videos once they're uploaded, and summaries, and there's art, and there's maps and descriptions of places and moves and all that kind of stuff that gets updated.
And notable
Um,
NPCs.
Notable
and-
NPCs, notable locations, and all that stuff. And Karis has a timeline that she's been keeping up with as well, which is helpful in keeping track of.
Except I
you
was
guys-
off a day.
You
You're
guys
off
are
a day,
I
amazing.
had day 4 listed twice. I have to go back and update it to fix.
You guys have this world so real. I believe it exists. Like, it's we're literally filling in the map as we go along, and that's
Yep.
another neat thing with this game. It's all left blank. So anybody could start in the same place as we did and end up with a completely different world.
And many people have. There's a
And
lot
many
of
people have.
It
Yeah,
could
there's
be
lots.
happy.
There's possible. It's possible. I don't know. Have you read some of these Oracle results? I mean, it's possible, but you'd have to roll a lot of ones. And also your own art.
Yes.
Where
I
can
do
they find that?
art. Mainly, I posted on my Twitter at Thunderscape7. I also did the official character art for Kevin's Deadlands campaign. That's on the Mercs of Mischief channel.
Yep.
And that's on Tuesdays. And but other than that, I'm just doing my own hobby art that I post just on my Twitter and
Keep
sometimes.
saying just. It's great. It's great stuff. The faces of feet. Oh, I love the faces of feet.
Hopefully, one day that will be made into an emote.
Just I don't know if you know, but we do need some more character art for Deadlands. We need a nudie of Baptiste.
That's true. I saw last night. I saw Tuesday. That's true. He did walk naked. To
Just
a
the hat.
place.
Just the hat. That's all he's.
Just the
That's all
hat.
he's wearing. So.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. So
yeah, and then I saw out of art. I on Wednesday play a private game with Kevin and Austin, and then on Friday I'm going to be here again.
Tomorrow night, yeah. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday over on Mercs of Mischief. There's Sunday and Mondays, the World of Puck, the extraordinary and benevolent dungeon master who could have killed us over and over again, but hasn't yet. Tuesdays, I run Deadlands over there. They are on an interesting journey off what remains of the coast of California. Wednesday, like as Robin said, these two are in a game that it's you thought this was complicated. That one's been going on for a year. It's really complicated,
and it's playing with real history. So.
Yeah. I play a wizard in that one.
We just got a leprechaun.
He's still kind of a meathead, but he's a wizard.
Yeah.
We're fighting Hitler and the Roman Empire.
And the Spanish Inquisition, and I think we just introduced the Spanish Armada this week. I'm not 100%
Yeah, we
sure
did.
yet.
And we have
after
to go
having
to
said all of
Elba
that, I always have to
Sicily
follow that with the sentence,
and
this is not a comedy campaign. It is not.
It's actually it's very, very serious.
Very serious.
Picture Mel Gibbs' History of the World.
And then Thursdays we do this, and then Fridays right here on Dirty 20 Gaming. Started last week and continuing for at least the next 5 weeks. We are doing Fun Shot Fridays, which is me and a whole bunch of my friends. All three of these people, a whole whack of the people from the Mercs of Mischief, and even some of the fans and viewers from both this channel and Mercs of Mischief channel are getting in on this game, many of whom have never streamed before, so this is going to be great fun. Tomorrow night we are putting 5 raccoons in a race car, and we're going to see how that works out.
That's it. That's the whole spoiler.
That's all you need to know. Tomorrow night, it's a little different time than this. It's 5:30 p.m. Pacific, so that's 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will be playing Crash Pandas Rallycross, and tune in for that and watch that. It is going to be ridiculous amounts of fun.
Austin and I will be there. So.
Mayhem.
This is 2/5 of the mayhem. So, as serious as these two are tonight, they will be as unserious as that tomorrow night.
Oh yes,
I'll believe it when I see the VOD.
Please come watch.
Because
so you can see me not
see.
serious.
Yes,
and not gruff.
And why are we so sure that he's going to be not serious? Because he's actually returning with a character who has Crash Panda'd before. So
quite victoriously.
Saved the Crash Panda world at the race last year, and now he's back.
And we did it all in reverse.
In a 1932 Phaeton. It was beautiful. So that's what we're going to attempt to exceed tomorrow night, live and on stream. So join us for that. It will be great fun. Anybody have anything to add? Nope. Good. Then my standard 5 thank yous. One for Robin, thank you. One for Karis, thank you. One for Austin, thank you. One for all the people watching on Twitch, thank you. And one for everybody who is watching in the future on YouTube. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, hit the little like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button and we'll let you know when they go up every week. Thank you all. Good night. Bye.